Watching Sunday Sound Off with Frank Boal.
And welcome to Sunday Sound Off, everyone. We're here to discuss the hottest topics of the day. Let me introduce you to tonight's panel. Seren Petro, host of the program, 10 to 2 weekdays on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Seren, welcome this evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Frank. Does everyone know that music is from your personal iPod?
Absolutely, it is. AC/DC is the best. Kevin Keatsman joins us. He's 2 to 6, of course. WHB, Between the Lines. Keats, what's up?
Frank, great to be here. Who knew the Chiefs are better than the Royals? How about that?
Oh, wow. We'll get into that one in a minute. And Grunhard, wake up, will you, okay? I know it's past your bed. Oh, boy. I'll tell you.
Hey, Frank.
All right,
Kansas City.
All right. Geez.
Wow.
Go back to sleep for a minute. We'll get to you. Gentlemen, here are hot topics of the evening. What is your biggest concern with the Royals right now? Are you worried about the K-State and Missouri's offenses? And will KU win a football game this season? But first, to our question of the week, what should the Chiefs do with offensive lineman Eric Fisher? Seren, get this started.
Yeah, I think they've got no choice but to keep trying to get him out there. Look, this was a bad situation, and Tim can speak to this more than anyone. You're in a locker room, everybody's playing a little bit hurt. You're expected to go out there and play, and by all accounts this week, I even talked to Andy Reid a week ago in his office and taped an interview with him, and at that point he said, hey, he's in front of Jeff Allen, and he was feeling like he's going to play. He practices all week, and then you get right down to the very end, and he's not in the game. That's not a good situation. Maybe there's more to it. Andy Reid certainly did what he usually does and tried to cover for his player, but this is a situation that, we've already got a guy who's been moved off a left tackle to right tackle, and now maybe even going to be moved off a right tackle and into a guard or a swing position. I think this is one we're going to be watching for several weeks.
Keith, what do you think?
My bar for Eric Fisher's been pretty low all along. I wanted Donald Stevenson at left tackle all the way through training camp and the preseason. I think he's the better football player, and I think we've seen that. I don't know about the makeup of Eric Fisher. I don't know if he's a bad teammate. I don't know if he's not tough enough. I can't speak to any of that. The guys on the team will police that. Andy Reid will police that. What I like about what the Chiefs do with Eric Fisher and what they have done over the last couple of weeks is they're moving on. They're going to win football games. They pick up Ja Reed. They put him in today. Alex Smith looked terrific. The offense looked great. I didn't see a terrible offensive line. If they don't need Eric Fisher, they don't need Eric Fisher. And I like the fact that the Chiefs will move on without him.
Tim Grunhard, former offensive lineman in the NFL, Chiefs for a long, long time. You played with a high ankle sprain. Let's talk about that.
I have. You got to know the difference between pain and injury. Obviously, with an injury, you can't play. Everybody's in pain. From the first time that you strap on a helmet, you go into the training camp, you start to have pain. You start to have little injuries. And you got to play through those things. The one thing that concerns me the most about this is the offensive line is a unit. And in a unit, you have to be able to trust each other. If a guy's taking all the reps, and guys, reps are like money. There's only a certain amount of reps you can have each week. Certain amount of reps you can have each day. If you're taking reps away from the guys that have to play, and then all of a sudden on Friday you say, I'm not going to play, then you've just taken away all the opportunity for somebody else to get better, for this unit to get better, and that's what concerns me. The dedication and the want-to of Eric Fisher has been questioned from the very beginning around Arrowhead Stadium from different people. This doesn't go a long way to promote his newfound chance to get out there and play and prove himself. It concerns me. As an offensive line, you got to be able to trust the guys next to you. As an offensive line, you got to trust your unit. And right now, I'm not sure the trust is there.
All right, let's put your coaching hat on, Tim. Would you start him next week?
No, I would not start him next week. In fact, I'd probably put him on PUP and let him see what it's like not to play and see if he really wants to play. If it's a situation where he says, Coach, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to work hard in practice, I'm going to show you that I want to play. Now, listen, high ankle sprains are very, very painful. But, I played 120 games. I had a high ankle sprain, missed one game, went back out and played the 121st after missing one game. So, I mean, and I'm not anything special. I'm not trying to be Superman here. But if you want to play, you play. Seren,
you're Superman.
His kindergarten soccer girls play on high ankle sprains.
Oh, boy. We're not going to get into that one. All right, here we go. We got a lot of response about Eric Fisher on our Facebook page. Jeff Owen says, it's strange Fisher practices all week, like Tim said, yet decides not to start. Fisher keeps it up, and he'll end up in Andy Reid's doghouse. I think he is already there. Okay, gentlemen, up next, our hot topics. And yes, Johnny Cueto's the hottest topic on that list. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.